You know, in Meghan Markle's eyes, this makes absolute 100% perfect sense. And when you think about it also, it's now really the only problem that she has is to try and persuade her husband, Prince Harry. The problem, of course, with persuading Prince Harry is it's not too difficult. I mean, let's not forget that it was Prince Harry that basically thought that twerking video that was now seen around the world by millions of people was simply just going to become, well, a private affair. He never assumed it was going to be out in the public domain. I mean, right, you know, and you kind of think you've married an actress who just likes the limelight and clearly at some point thinks, well, I'm going to share something with the world. That's exactly what she did. Now, as you know, difficult times are now afoot over in the Montecito mansions. And the problem that you have, as I've said, it's not really financially in many respects, but it's the keeping of the financial money rolling in. It costs a lot of money to run such a big thing like that. That's your problem. You know, you could downsize, and there are rumours about Portugal and Florida and all that, but you know, really, if you do that, all eyes are going to be on you, and you have to decide exactly how you sell that story. But now this is rearing its head again, and apparently Meghan this time around thinks it might be the ideal time. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good to see you. You all right? I'm not so bad, thank you. Aren't these flowers gorgeous? This is what I like about walking around London streets. Sorry, we'll have a wave. It's what I love about walking around London streets and just finding somewhere nice to shoot for you, because this is why I don't like being in a studio or just, you know, all that sort of stuff, because you just think, well, it's nice to be able to see something else, isn't it, when you're out and about? And I do sort of feel that when you're watching television or whatever, you know, and you notice those news channels where they announce the names and you think, I know they are, I watch it every day. You know, you don't need to be told the obvious, do you? But clearly the mainstream media feel that you do. As ever though, thank you for supporting all those videos. I do appreciate it, very much appreciated indeed. Let's get back, of course, though, to your royal story of the day. You see, think about this. A couple of years ago, this came out, and this was a bombshell book. Oh, that's right. The one, of course, by Tom Bower called Revenge. And this really ripped apart every single aspect of Meghan Markle's pre- and royal life. So much so that, you know, it was interesting. And I often found this, that Meghan never really hit back upon it. Now, the story goes, of course, that they didn't want to make the book any more famous or indeed add fuel to the fire. You know, the usual thing. But there was no fuel to the fire, simply because if it was wrong, it was wrong, and there was no litigation against the author Tom Bower or indeed the publication and the publishing house itself, so you can understand that. Now, here's where this twist is very interesting, because as we know, earlier this year, Vanity Fair also published this, some suggested, an outlandish claim regarding Meghan's post-divorce book, you know, if she was, you know, could anybody be interested, etc. Now, where this gets interesting is, again, you know, Vanity Fair received no kickback from this. And again, the thing was, it's a baseless sort of comment and absolutely no truth in it whatsoever. If you were that concerned, though, you would kick back, right? I mean, that's just the way you got to look at it. But apparently not. This time around, though, Meghan believes that it's a good time to get her version, particularly her version of royal life, out and about. And the thing, I mean, obviously, is there's going to be a lot of money. Now, what I would say to you is that $1 million for a book, you know, of that level isn't too outlandish, because we saw that sort of money banded around for Prince Harry and his book Spare via Penguin Random House. But it is absolutely small change in terms of that. You see, where somebody like Michelle Obama really made a lot of money wasn't from the advance of the book, but it was filling big arenas like the O2, the merchandise, you know, the sales on top of that, the retails, all that sort of stuff. That's where the money is. That's why pop stars literally do, you know, huge tours. The record is minimal. Meghan believes if she had a product to sell, literally going out there, telling her version of events with a very sort of, shall we say, pliable interview, a journalist on stage with her, well, people would be interested. The thorny problem now, though, is trying to convince, as I say, her husband, who's literally reeling from the fact that he's still kicking back from, did he pay witnesses for that last trial? That's still going ahead. And all the other paraphernalia regarding the alleged security that he requires, etc. Seemingly behind the scenes, Harry has a lot more pressure. Meghan can easily apparently just draw a line under things and think, this is the next thing that's going to save me. The bottom line is, though, who would be interested in her version of events, given the fact that she's changed the story on numerous occasions? And more importantly, would it be Meghan Sussex, Meghan Markle, Meghan Windsor? Who knows? But again, Somebody will be willing to pay for this. It's a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.